Mistletoe has a long history of sacred reputation in Britain. The Roman scholar Pliny the Elder documented its use in his description of the ritual of oak and mistletoe, in which a druid would climb an infected tree, cut the mistletoe with a golden sickle, where it would fall and be caught in a cloak. If the mistletoe touched the ground, it would be deprived of its magical powers. It's easy to see why it was ascribed magical properties, because there is something outlandish about it. A deep vital green in the midst of winter lifelessness, growing from another plant, apparently without roots, and high off the ground. In Greek and Roman traditions, the symbolism around this plant relates more to luck and peace. And in Scandinavian mythology, the white berries represent the tears of the goddess Frigg, which she shed after the death of her son Baldr from a spear poisoned with mistletoe. The practice of kissing under mistletoe is a more modern invention. It's first recorded in the 18th century in the context of a Celtic revival and an enthusiasm for all things druid. The Victorians popularised the tradition, and while its exact origins are uncertain, it's possible it's a sanitised form of the Celtic fertility rituals, or as a more Platonic interaction related to its connection to peace and friendship in Roman and Scandinavian traditions.